Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we've got 2 new codes, which is really awesome, and it's honestly a ton of free summons. So we're over here on one of my just trash accounts over on the test server because I already redeemed it on my other account. But let's jump into the codes. Now, I've got a redeem code button because I'm on the test server. If you're on the global server, then you'll have to use the website. I'll leave links in the description to show you guys how to do it if you don't know. But we've got AFK 100 as the first code, giving us 40 summons, which is always well appreciated. And then we've got another code that dropped as well, being AFK Pumpkin, and we pop that and we get another 20 summons. So we get 60 free summons out of this, which is honestly really sick. Now, not long after this video goes up is when we do get Awakened Chimera and the new update coming out on the global server. I've mentioned several times that I'm looking to do a challenge account where we do the REM, because if you haven't played with REM in the early game, you're completely missing out. I'm probably going to aim to start that next week. Apologies I didn't get any Chimera stuff out. I've been working on some stuff today, testing her in the guild trials and stuff like that. But yeah, I had the weekend with the family. Then over on my other 2 channels, I got a new game coming out for one channel, and I've got an update for Honkai Star Rail on the other channel. So we've been just like completely crazy. We've got an update for AFK Journey as well to cover. So I think I've been spreading myself a little bit thin with all the games when they all do stuff at the exact same time. But I'm still super keen to run the not challenge, but like the community type server. So I'll definitely set that up and I'll let you guys know what server we're going to do that on. But it'll probably be early next week that I go ahead and we run that challenge, which will be super fun because, like I said, if you haven't played with REM, you haven't lived, essentially. So it is definitely worth it, and it's a fun little thing to do inside the game. Obviously, if you don't like alt accounts, I mean, there's no pressure to do it, but I find alt accounts really fun, and like I said, REM is absolutely crazy. But now that I got you guys here, may as well go through some of the testing I've done on Chimera. First up, been paying attention to her in the Cursed Realm. She has appeared in the Cursed Realm. She hasn't appeared in this rotation of the Nightmare Corridor, though. So if we jump over here and we go into the leaderboards and we check out what's happening on the test server over here in the boss fight, she has slotted in there in the REM team, more so for a supportive type factor. I'm assuming we've got the extra healing coming from there. We've got the avoidance of deaths and stuff like that. So she is seeing some use in this one. This is the Odin fight though, so it's kind of just a spam and see type fest. So I don't know how I feel about this one. I haven't really tested her too much because I went all in on Lycra and I haven't been able to test it, but she is seeing usage over there. I definitely think she's a strong unit. We'll talk about when I go into the guild trials in a sec, but that's her there. Actually, this is just reset. I wonder if anyone's using her here. Let's take a quick look at the leaderboards out of curiosity. I'd be surprised if she was. Yeah, she isn't. That's obvious. But then if we go over here into the Nightmare Corridor, she isn't. I look through like the top 5 players and I don't see her being utilized in any of these teams at the moment, which may also be a case of, you know, these things are very meta in the top ranks. It's like whatever one person gets, everyone else just snowballs into, and then that's what happens. And maybe someone hasn't found the team to do it yet, and that's why it hasn't snowballed. So we'll have to wait and see, but that's what we're looking at over there. Now, the other thing that I wanted to look at was the guild trials, because over here, if we jump over into the adventure, into the Bountiful Trials, I had a run through. I like trying to do level 700. I managed to clear it at level 700, but if you look here, you can see we got a 750 clear, 750 clear, 750 clear, which is quite good. Normally, if you like on the test server, if you see people do level 750 clears, it's normally a good sign. Now, I should check on Reddit because I'm assuming these clears have been posted on Reddit, because there's no way everyone in this gets the exact same time unless they've copy pasted each other's run. So I'm assuming that's what's happened there. Keen to see what those are once it unlocks for us, which is in 2 days, but in general, I'll show you guys the teams that I ended up using on mine. I'll jump over into here. Now, I did have to play one of them on manual, so I won't be able to just clear it like this, but I'll jump in here just to show you guys what we had for the artifacts, because people are always curious on that. Now, just keep in mind, with artifacts in this thing, I always slap the teams in, test it. If it clears, I don't change artifacts. It's only when I fail that I change artifacts. So some of my placements may look a bit funny. Yes, you can definitely see one in here, but in general, I do have some funny artifact placements because I don't mix them around until I have issues. So there's that team, and I'll show you the replays back through the replay screen, but just here we can see the artifacts because people always ask me for it. Let's go there. And let's go that one there. There you go. And also for this one, we've got the Sophia with it there. That's only 1 awakened. That is only 1 awakened. That is 2 awakened. So let's show you guys that one. That was with Leica. And that's the thing with Chimera, like I said at the start, I feel like she doesn't require her thing to be active as much as the other units do. So anytime I'm putting 2 awakened, I was subbing her out. So let's jump in. I'll show you guys the replay. Now in this, I feel like she's just a general good support for any solid team. Like you'll see the blue bar of death, as I refer to it. I don't know, it's something satisfying and also very scary when you see their health bar turn blue, because you know it means they're on their last life and they're about to die, but you've got a little bit more out of them. It's kind of, I really like the telegraphing of the death. Instead of characters just being dead, it's like, okay, Chimera gives them the blue bar of death, and when it's gone, they're gone. But in general, I think she's just a really good support for any general team. You can see this one doing a decent amount of damage. So she has a decent amount of support, a decent amount of damage, a decent amount of healing, and decent tankiness for saving characters. So I think all in all, I really like her. I think she's amazing. I think she's going to be absolutely cracked in the early game, which is hopefully something we can test out if I run this new server. Hopefully we can get an early Chimera. We all get a copy of her at chapter 16, and we can see if she's still viable there. Even if she's not viable as a carry, I think she's going to be amazing support for a rem and stuff like that. You run her, you run Bones, pick one more, like put a Silas in there, and then you're pretty much good to go, and you're cruising with a 3-piece bonus, and away you go. So that was that team. Moving on to this one. This was my rem team. This one was just a pretty solid team. This was the one I had to play manually. It was just the RNG, the Thorin. Like when Thorin was the only one alive, he was killing my rem and screwing me. So I just had to put it on manual and just hold out like 2 seconds on one ultimate and change the RNG to make it work. But essentially, yeah, like Chimera, I think she dies early in this one. But still, she can take a lot. She can take a lot. She's got the supportive abilities. So I think she's pretty splashable in general. I don't think there's one like Chimera team that you have to use. I think she's just very splashable in just about any team, and she'll perform pretty well. But I mean, this enemy team, dude, the amount of sustain in this team that we're trying to get through, but also with the Rem, with the Amelia, the AOE damage, I feel like with those the shadow clones that Chimera brings out, I feel like you should get more snowballing damage, but it just feels like it doesn't quite convert as well as I'd hoped it would with AoE. I thought it would convert a little bit better on the damage, but this one shows you that it does take a fair bit of effort to go ahead and get them through. This one I'm not going to show you because this was just Thorin cheese. That's all there was to it. And this one was a very, very weird team. I find the paint is very awkward with Leonardo in this one. He was just there as someone that could live the first hit in the front row. That was more his purpose in this one, as opposed to the general control role. So the idea is he takes the hit and then he jumps away. And that was his main purpose in this team. Just to buy some time to let Baden make his clone, get cracking, and away we go. Now, the interesting thing with Baden is that he can get the blue bar of death. I really like the synergy with Awakened Chimera and Awakened Baden. I'm not sure if it happens in this fight or whether it was one of the other ones that I was testing, but he'll get the blue bar of death, but then he makes his clone and he dies. Here it is. Here's the blue bar of death, and you can see, but he's not going to die. Anyone else dies at the end of this, but Baden, obviously, because he has his another clone, he just goes over to the clone. So it buys, I really love that synergy because it buys Baden the time to get to his clone. However, obviously that is 2 awakened units, and that is not easy for everyone to build unless you've already got a Baden build, and now you're going for Chimera. But I really do like that synergy. I think it's quite cool. But yeah, then this just takes way too long to kill old Stony, but that's pretty much it. That's what I'm looking at. Like I said, get those codes, get the free gems. I will be running that server. I'll let you guys know probably around the start of next week. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.